Alright, it's been 2 days since the water monster attacked, and I just got off of my work shift, came to the kitchen, and it smelled a little damp, if you know what I mean. So I went to check on the basement. The cement was still a little damp. Yesterday it was still a little damp as well. Like most of it drained overnight. I just have to wait for everything in the basement to dry out. Hooked up this extension cord, plugged it into this fan that my ex-roommate left here. Hopefully it pulls most of that damp air out of here. I'll show you some of the stuff that I discovered down here. This has got water in it. Sloshy, sloshy. I'll go pour it out. I bet you this shop vac has water in it. Ew! Gross! Doesn't smell that bad. Of course, it's all soapy bath water. My crafts box is still wet. I'm afraid to touch it. Everything's gonna fall everywhere. I went in here looking for an extension cord for that fan and realized I've got a bunch of my PS3 and PS2 games in there. Probably some hard drives too. A bunch of Ethernet cables. Surge protectors looked like they were safer because they were on top. Oh, what's this one? Rob's CDs. That was on the bottom shelf before. I'm afraid to look in there. The guitar cases are holding up. They stayed off the floor because of the measuring thing I shoved in there. Quit, box! Quit fine! I'm busy! Shoved the glass measuring thing in there to hold up the guitar cases, which are right there. This bag that I carried yard tools around when I was helping friends with their yard work. That still needs to be dried out. Lame. At least I was careful ahead of time when I moved in, and I ran all my electrical things along the ceiling, or at least a couple feet off the ground. Like dehumidifier cord comes from over there, which comes from over there. No, that feeds over there. It comes from this other one. Whatever. You get the idea. Space heater off the floor. Batteries for mowing the lawn off the floor. But they're on a box. That's not good. I guess I should fix that right away. Shut up. Shut up. Stop telling me that's going to collapse the next time it floods. I know. Shut up. The boombox is off the floor, even though the one speaker fell over the other time because the thing from behind it knocked it over. Powering my bit mining machine came from down in the basement. All my Ethernet cords run up there. My shop lights that I use, they run their wires across the ceilings. And this one, I had to steal its extension cord to run the fan, which is over there where I'm pointing. I don't know what I'm going to do if some of my stuff's destroyed. My biggest concerns are my CD collection, PS2 and PS3 games, and the crafts box. Let it go, I say, you should just let it go. Bring the camera and the gimbal up. And the light. You think it's not funny? Okay. Whatever, bro. I'm reporting on day question mark of the quarantine. I don't even know how many days it's been. You just feel cooped up because you've been in the house for all these days of the quarantine. Well, I haven't been outside in a really long time, so of course I only know the house. Well, that's because I don't talk to you outside because I don't want people to see me talk to myself. So I don't. Oh, well, I've been getting stir crazy, being around the house so much lately. I don't know what to do. Have you thought about taking a break or a bunch of breaks? Because you've been here constantly in the house. Well, I've been sticking around to try to help you with things around the house. Or whatever. You helped me with stuff before the quarantine. What's different? Yeah, it was. Well, how has the quarantine been affecting you? I've kind of gotten used to it. I like it. It's more efficient because I can still help people because I work from home now. Oh, okay. What do you suggest I do? Why don't you just disappear sometimes and, I don't clear your mind or whatever it is you do when you're not here? Yeah, I really haven't done that in a while. Okay, good idea. I guess I'll do, a clap disappear. Yeah, whatever. Do a clap disappear. Hey, what are you doing down in the basement doing things? I thought you were taking breaks. I was, but when I reappeared, randomly like I do, I decided to come out downstairs and check on your PS2 and PS3 games and see if I can air them out. Oh, that's cool. There's a lot of damage. What are you doing down here? I need to organize and clean this up a little bit because a couple viewers want me to do another video on some headphones. Oh, okay, cool. Hey, I was using a fan the other day, really? And I was able to dry out some of your Luthering tools, namely your 000 steel wool, the polishing wheels for frets, and your sanding blocks and a bunch of sandpaper. Okay, but I discovered something about the water monster. It's not one of those scary sci-fi monsters that singles you out, and when you try to report it to your friends and family, nobody believes you. What do you mean? What kind of scary sci-fi monster is it? Because I've talked to your neighbor. You talked to my neighbor? Yeah, well, I talked to your neighbor. You're not supposed to be talking to people. You're an imaginary version of me. You can't be talking to my neighbor? Well, I talked to your neighbor, and their basement flooded too. Okay, what do you think that means? This is one of those scary sci-fi movie monsters that attacks the whole community. And it's the city that doesn't believe them. Because I texted your landlord. You texted my landlord? What? Yeah, check your phone later. It's right over there. It's recording this. Well, I texted your landlord. You're texting people. And no. She called the city and left them a voicemail, and they haven't called back, and it's been a few days. What? So when I'm all disappeared and I'm not here, I actually don't know where I am. I could be anywhere. But when I'm here, I'm often in the basement. And lately I haven't been tinkering with your time gizmo thingy-whatsits in the black hole room like I usually do. I've been in the basement when you're taking a shower, washing the dishes, or doing your epic poop times to see if water comes out of anywhere. Oh, and what did you find out? There's wetness coming up from below. Wetness? What do you mean? Undesired wetness in the cracks. Like that crack over there, and that crack over there by the black hole room, and that crack over there under where you keep your tools right now, that you moved them to after it flooded, and that crack over there underneath your feet, actually behind your heels.